Yes. Okay, guys. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. So, yes. Good evening, Chirant and Dikshit. Okay, in YouTube also. How many days it took to complete this chapter? Next 2 days. Okay. So yeah, I'm muting everyone. Wait a second. Yeah, everyone is muted now. We are discussing about the bony fish or ostriches. Sorry, because this chapter took a lot of time. Okay, sorry for that. I know, like I thought of completing a little bit early only, but the terms or those important things I can't leave it because I know it's important. Okay, that's what made it little lengthy. Sorry for that. We'll pick up the speed. Don't take tension. Okay. So we are discussing about ostriches or bony fishes. Okay, yeah. So why it's called as bony fish? First question. Okay, we will have some CFUs. Okay, recall test. We will start that. Good evening, Gopika. So it's called as a bony fish because its endoskeleton is made up of the bones. Okay, that's the important thing. And we discussed about this also. This is called as sailfish, and this is the school of fishes, right? So group of fishes known as school, and remember, this is one of the fastest fish in the world. Not this is the fastest fish. Okay, I don't know, some pronunciation mistake is happening. Okay, it is the fastest fish because it can move in 109 kilometers per hour. Okay, that's really great speed, right? 109 is not a small thing. Okay, so right, because they are not, it's not traveling in air. If you say like, if it is traveling in air in a 109 kilometer per hour, then it's a pretty speed. Probably some of you already ridden a bike or probably in a car or bus, which is going in that much speed. Just remember, it's traveling in water. Okay, so you can just imagine who know to this one swim already imagined this, right? You can't go that much of speed as you are running in the road, right? Because a lot of resistance will be there. So you can think why it have long snout and all these structures. Good evening, right? All this different kind of structure. Why it's having? Because it need that kind of structure to go in that much of speed, right? Like a god speed, 104 kilometers per hour, 109 kilometers per hour in ocean or in the water, right? Very high. The pressure and the resistance, everything will be there, right? And we will see. Okay. So, yeah, exactly. That's for streamlined body. I thought of telling it later, but whatever. It have a streamlined body. Yes, you guys are correct only. Okay, streamlined body means so it have a pointed kind of the body. You can think about the bullet trains. Okay, why bullet trains are like this? Because it will reduce the resistance, right? Bullet trains will be somewhat like this, Japanese bullet trains. So because it will reduce the resistance, so resistance in here. Otherwise, what happens if something, if you move some train like this, then all the wear will cause the turbulence in here, right? So it will hinder the speed. So that's why even in the Tesla car, you can see this body is somewhat like this, okay? Somewhat like this. That's why the turbulence is comparatively dragged behind the car, not in front of the car anyway. So all those things is matters. Okay, so probably you will learn all these things in physics class. I'm not going to that in much depth. Okay, so we will continue this. So before we going, so everyone is here. Like most of you guys are here. That's a good thing. So we can start the class, right? Yeah. So first question key. The question is simple. Okay. Migration of fishes from seawater to the river is called. Okay, they are simply calling like fishes migrating from seawater to the river. So what you will call that? They are asking. Okay, the first option is anadromous, second option is catarrhas, third option is migration, fourth option is locomotion. We already discussed about this. There are like two kinds of the migration, right? So I think I can launch the poll because we already discussed this. Yeah. So I'm launching the poll, guys. You can answer in the poll. Okay. Yes. Hello, Chirant. Hello, Kupika. Yeah. Okay. Same. It may be in WhatsApp or it may be in Telegram. If any one of your friends are facing any difficulty, please help them out. Okay. Yes, you guys still have like how many seconds? Exactly 30 seconds do you guys have. So take your time, think and answer if you're having any confusion. Okay. The traveling from the seawater to the river, or you can say ocean to the river, ocean or to the freshwater. Ha, Venkat, what happened? Okay, you guys have last 10 seconds. I'm giving you extra 5 seconds also. Okay. I only got 2 answers. Yeah, I'm getting answers in YouTube also. I'm ending the poll, guys, then. Okay. So, and I'm sharing the results. 50% chosen option A, 30% B, 11% C, and 11% D. Austictis, Akshay. Austictis. Okay. Exactly. So, I'm stop sharing the results. Exactly. So correct. So the correct answer is anatomist. We can directly answer this because we already know there is like nothing like removing or doing anything like that, right? 1 second. I'm just putting charge to GeoFi. Yeah. So what is the meaning of anatomist migration? Means what? They are traveling from ocean to the freshwater. Can you guys give me any example for this? Any example for anadromous migration? Anadromous migration. Any example? So Salmon. Exactly. Salmon is one of the example. Any other examples? Yes. Where we studied this? No. These questions are not prepared by me. It's in the modules. Okay. Yes, exactly. Cyclostomata also you can take the answers. Okay. Second one is the catadromous migration. Catadromous migration completely ulta, right? From freshwater system to the ocean. Okay. Yeah. And what is migration? Migration means simply change of place, right? The change of place. Change of place. Yeah, exactly. Traveling. The anadromous and catadromous are the types of migration in the fishes. Okay, so migration is a very general form. I'm not telling migration is wrong. Migration is correct, but anadromous migration is more accurate. Migration doesn't specify like from where to where or in how to how, all those things. Yes, seasonal movement of organism. That's also correct, right? So it may be seasonal or it may be for that particular any events. All those things will happen. And last one is a locomotion. You guys know that locomotion means what? Locomotion means displacement, right? Displacement, that much only. So the correct answer is anadromous. So that's the exact correct answer. So we'll move on to the next question. True fishes possess gills and fins. Which of the following is not a true fish? Okay, they're asking a true fish. You know the meaning of true fish, right? It have a gills and fins. Which of the following is not a true fish? Sailfish lepisma, goldfish Catarrhas, silver carp, hypothalamus, seahorse, hippocampus. Okay, I'm launching the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So why I'm launching the poll this much early? Because I know none of you need any time, right? I don't think you will mistake in this question also. Yeah, obviously. Because same thing we are discussing from the first chapter, right? Same thing. Like I asked a similar question. Like this is second time or third time, right? Same question I'm asking. Exactly. Hi, Ashwin. Yes. Exactly right. So we already discussed this question. You guys still have like how many seconds? 20 seconds. Okay, you can answer. Darshan, correct. Exactly, Monisha. Darshan, where you went actually? I'm not. I didn't saw you from so many days. I'm ending the poll, guys, in 5 seconds. Yes, exactly, Tejas. I'm ending the poll now, and I'm sharing the results. 55% chosen option A, 5% B, 15% C, and 26% D. Okay, I'm stop sharing the results. Here, two things are there. Okay, so one thing, by knowing the answer. Okay, there is any other things? Not really, right? Because seahorse is a hippocampus. It may not look like a this one fish, but it's still a fish. Okay, silver carp is a type of the regular bony fish. Carp, the name carp, you can say, right? There are like several times we'll use the term carp for the this one also. Oh, okay, okay, Darshan. Okay, okay. So this is also a fish only. Goldfish, I thought that nobody will choose the goldfish. Okay, I don't know why. Still, some of you choose the goldfish because goldfish is the most known fish. Even though the people who never eat the fish will also know about the goldfish. Okay, so it's good. Look, by looking, it's good and all the things. So that's why people choose the goldfish. The secondary, it's also fish. The correct answer is silverfish because silverfish is not a fish. Rather, it's actually a insect. Right? It's actually insect, belongs to the arthropod. I already shown the picture also, and we already discussed about this also. If you don't remember, you can draw something like this also. Right? With silver color thing, all those things. So something like this, right? So remember, it's like we discussed in first chapter regarding vernacular names and regular names, and we discussed in second chapter, first chapter only regarding classification and all things, and also in the this chapter. So don't forget this one, okay? So, but still, why it's called as a fish? Because it's streamlined body. I told you, right? The body is looks like fish. Okay, that's why you call, and it have like silver color skin, and it looks like the scales of the fish. Okay, like shining and all the things. So they called it as a fish. Okay, so that's the problem with the vernacular names, right? Sometimes it's not at all related. Where is the fish and where is this arthropoda member? Sorry, where is this insect? Right? So it's not at all related. Still, we call it like that way. So that's the reason. Okay. So we will move on then. We will move on about the Osteichthyes or bony fishes. So we will discuss about their general characters. Okay. So if you have no problem, first one, they found in all types of the water. So here some things are a little bit different. This, what is that? PPTs. Okay. So the first thing, where you can find the bony fish, the question we already asked, right? Bony fish, you can find it in the freshwater, and you can find it in estuarine water, and also you can find it in the marine water. Okay. So most of the fishes you encounter in your regular life are the bony fishes only. Okay. So you may go to a pond, or you may go to a falls or a stream, not in the ocean, because ocean in the beaches you can't find any fish. The secondary, only you can find the fried fishes, right? So wherever you can find it in the freshwater system or estuarine water system, whatever the fish you can see, all of them are bony fishes only. Okay, so that's the first thing. And they have a bony endoskeleton. So what do you guys think about the notochord? Yes, notochord only present in the embryo stage. Okay, notochord present in embryo stage only. Embryo stage. Later, it will be changed, or it will be replaced by the bony endoskeleton material. Okay, so don't confuse with the Chordates and the Osteichthyes. The cartilaginous fishes character and bony fishes characters are little different. Okay, because there we discussed about persistent notochord, right? Here there is no persistent notochord. Here it's only present in the embryo stage. Later, bony endoskeleton will come. Okay, it will be replaced with a bony endoskeleton. These are also ectothermic. I don't think so. There is no need of explanation, right? Ectothermic means what then? Ectothermic means they are cold-blooded, right? They are the cold-blooded animals. That means they also actually dependent upon the external environment for their, what you can say, regulation of the body temperature. Okay, I just want to add another one point here, guys. So what is this another point is this caudal pins are homocircle. Okay, what is the meaning of then homocircle? So when we are discussing about shark, we told it's a heterocircle, right? That means if I draw a shark something like this, it will be completely looks different now. Yes, right. So I can write something like this. So right, so something like this. So how it's happening, if I write a line in this order, if I draw a line in this order, so what happens, this portion and this portion are not equal, right? Exactly, like in the contractile. But if I take any example of the bony fish, okay, I will write a bony fish in here. So how can I write? Somewhat like this, right? Somewhat like this. So here if I draw a diagram, sorry, here if I draw a line, then these both the pins are equal, right? As you can see here in this also, right? Here you can see a fish. If I draw a line, so it's equal almost. So that's called hemocircle. Okay, hemocircle. The both of the side, they have the similar symmetry. Exactly, Deepika. Okay. One second, guys. We'll go back to that. One second, we will see that. So think about the here, just observe. So you are talking about the sailfish, right? So we are talking about these fins. These are called caudal fins. Okay, I'm not talking about these fins. These are pelvic, pectoral, and dorsal fins. These are completely different. We are talking about only this fins. If you divide here, it will be almost equal, right? So this caudal pins will be in a similar symmetry if you make a half in between. Okay, if you make a line in the half. Okay, so I think you guys understand now. Okay, so that's important because contactus is different, but in ostrictus is different. You can observe the you can make difference of both of those group of fishes directly by observing their caudal pins. Okay, there is no need to take its flesh or check the scales. Those are different. Okay, but by observing these fins only, you can differentiate them. Okay, that's a simple one. Next, they may have ctenoid, cycloid, and gynoid scales. Okay, we will discuss what these kinds of scales. First, my question is, what kind of scales we encountered in the contractile, that means in the cartilaginous fish? What kind of the scales we find it in the cartilaginous fish? Exactly, we got the placoid scale, right? Placoid scale, that means a flat kind of the scale we got it. But if you came back, if you discuss in here, we can find either ctenoid or cycloid or gynoid scales. Okay, don't think that all these are extra information. This is given in the textbook only. Okay, only extra is the which one? Probably cycloid is the extra, I think. Okay, so this is given in the textbook only. So just think about its structures. Okay, how we differentiated all the scales only based on the structure. Okay, if you think about the ctenoid, as you can observe, it's somewhat a square in shape. Okay, somewhat square, you can say. Okay, so and also having little bit of markings in one end. Okay, so these are called ctenoid. What are cycloid? These have this kind of shape. Okay, these are not actually a kind of square, but it's somewhat elongated kind of structure. Okay, these are actually the cycloid kind of the scales. And last one is the gynoid. Gynoid you can simply observe by its diamond type shape. So as you can observe, right? So this is the this is the gynoid bone. Sorry, gynoid scales. Okay, I'm writing it here. So any one of these, okay, there is not a mixing or anything is happening here. Any one of these can be found in any of the bony fishes. Okay, and it may be absent also. Okay, I will give you the example also. If you take an example of catfish, there is no scales. Okay, so don't think that it's a universal in the bony fishes, but most of the organism, like 99 point something bony fishes, will have either ctenoid or cycloid or gynoid scales. Okay, but it's absent in some of the fishes also. Okay. And another one thing, when we are discussing about contactis, I told you in sharks, their teeth are made up of the placoid scales, right? Nothing will happen like that in here. Why? Because these fishes have the bony endoskeleton. Okay, they have their own bones. Bones are much stronger than the scales, right? So they have the teeth, which is made up of the bones only, or extended part of the bones only. See, they don't have any teeth which is modified from the scales. Okay, so remember, osteichthyes, the scale may be ctenoid, cycloid, and gynoid. It do not have any help in formation of the teeth because bony fishes will have the bony teeth. Okay, because they have the endoskeleton, a bony endoskeleton. Correct. Yes, Jivan. Okay, so this is the major thing. And someone asked, I don't know, is fish will have the tongue or not? Okay, yeah, fish do have the tongue. Okay, so but their tongue is not muscular like us. So they will, some of them also have some teeth-like structures also. They will only help in the churning of the food and all the things, or attaching to the prey, and majorly for that purpose only. They are not muscular like us. Okay. Next one. So next one is mouth present terminally. What is the meaning of terminally then? Terminally means if you observe in the contractis, the mouth is present where? Is it ventrally positioned or dorsally positioned in contractis? The question is, in contractis, the mouth is ventrally positioned, dorsally positioned, or terminally positioned, where it is present? Can anybody answer? Exactly, it is positioned ventrally, right? I think you remember about the dorsal and ventral, right? It is positioned below surface. But in bony fishes, majorly this one, mouth will be present terminally. Okay, terminally, that means terminal part, especially in the anterior part. Anterior means you will again get the doubt, is it in dorsal or this ventral? So normally in the terminal position. Okay, yes, there are still some fishes are there, they have a dorsal positioned or ventral positioned bony fishes. They are the modification of that particular mouth part depending upon their habitat and their food habit. Okay, that always differs. Okay, why we have this kind of the mouth, why some other organisms have different kinds of mouth structures, even though all of us are mammals only, because of our food habit and where we are living, everything matters. Okay. In the part of the tail. Yeah, Chandana. So these are bony fishes, right? So bony fishes will have every structures, bone structures. Okay. But the thing what happens is like when you take a big fish, okay, if I think that it's a big fish, then the supporting structures will be here one, because these are thicker structures. Okay, so this will be enough. Here is also a smaller will be there. Okay, so somewhat like this. But if you guys take a smaller fish, okay, smaller fish somewhat like this, then imagine their bones also. It's completely like depending upon the size, it will decrease the size also, right? So this will be somewhat like this. This much is left out. This much bone should be there, but it is left out. Then it will become how it's like this, right? So that's what majorly happens. And they also have larger caudal fins, larger fishes. So distribution will be more. So even a single tilt of the caudal fish can manage to turn the fish and all the things. Because these fishes will have the smaller caudal fins, they need more energy to tilt and do the things. So normally you can find more concentrated bones in this part compared to the front portion. Okay. Their supporting bones are like both-sided comb. You can say like that also. It's like both-sided comb. It exactly looks like that. Exactly. Okay. So yes. So we come back to this one, mouth present terminally, yes, which leads to the anus. Remember, this is also one of the major difference, right? Because in contractis, we discussed about the cloaca, a common opening for the genital tract or urinary tract, and also for the our digestive tract. But here there is no presence of the cloaca. Okay, yeah, frogs also have the cloaca, right? Remember, contractis we studied, osteichthyes we studied. Next we will study about the frogs. Okay. Contractis will have the cloaca, and frogs or amphibians will have the cloaca. but in between the bony fishes not have any cloaca. That's very important. Okay, don't continue from here to there. Okay, bony fishes will have separate openings called genital orifice. Orifice means opening. Okay, genital opening, and they also have anal opening. They also have urinal opening. Okay, they have three separate openings more commonly. So they don't have any cloaca. Remember that. Okay, that's why I mentioned in the bracket also. For the better thing, okay, better note making. Okay, they have the air bladder. Okay, what is the meaning of air bladder? This is also called swim bladder. So what happens in the fishes? So just imagine this is the fish, and think about this is the esophagus. Okay, you know the meaning of the esophagus, right? I don't think there is no need to explain what is esophagus also, right? So this is a part of the esophagus will bulge out like this, and they will form a chamber. Okay, this chamber is called as the air bladder. Okay, this chamber is called as the air bladder. This chamber will comprise of the air. Okay, how it will be helpful? In most of the fishes, it helps in the buoyancy or increase in floating ability. Okay, in very few fishes, use this air also to respire. Okay, so both of the function is there, but the major function is to give the buoyancy. So how it will be helpful? These fishes do not need to, there is no need to swim continuously. Okay, because buoyantic force is there, right? So that will help them. That air bladder will help them. It's also called swim bladder because it's helping in the swimming of the fish. Okay, remember about that. And it's a modification of the esophagus. Okay. Pair of white balloon like things, you can say like that also. Okay, and they do have sir, can our lungs perform that function? Our lungs have the ability, but the issue what happens is like our body weight to the our lungs air is not at all equal. Okay, so that's the first thing which will not make us buoyant. Okay, second thing is when water enters to the our mouth, we have a common opening, right? So water along with entering to the digestive tract may also enter to the lungs. Okay, so sometimes that happens, right? That's called choking and all the things that may also cause that. So that's why we are not buoyant. Okay, so portion is not good. Okay, so that happens, but so probably you may guess this one. Okay, when a person is a dead person or dead body is in the water, then the body will start to float, right? So can you guys tell me why it happened like that? Why it happened like that? So when a dead body is kept in water, it starts to float after some time. Not suddenly. Okay, if a person dies, the body never floats suddenly. It takes some hours. Okay, more than like 20 hours, like 20 to 25 hours. So what do you guys think may be the reason? How? From where the air came? Yeah, you guys are saying body will filled with air. From where the air came? That's important. The body is completely submerged in the water. Okay, completely in the water only. It is like in 100 meter of depth or 50 meter of depth. Okay, completely surrounded by the water. From where that air is coming? Body is less dense than water. How? Dissolved oxygen now. But from water. Do you think the dead body will sit down and they will break down the water and they will create the air and they will fill it in itself in their body and it will float? What is the logic? Tell me the logic. Okay, you guys can answer. I know you guys can answer. Or we will do one thing. Okay, we will keep this as a homework. Remember, don't ever try to search the option now in the Google and answer it here. Okay, don't do that. Okay, when you after the class think about it, try to get an answer. Okay, then tell me. Okay, we don't need a Google answer. Anybody can tell the Google answer. Okay, even a 2 class or first standard student can tell the Google answers. Probably Tejas, I know that. Yeah, right. So don't do that. So think about it. Okay, I know you guys can get the answer. It's simple only. We already discussed about related things. There. Okay, so we will discuss later. But we will come back to the fishes, not about dead bodies. Okay, dead bodies later. So they have an air bladder or swim bladder, which actually helping in the buoyancy. Okay, exactly. So next, they have What is the question now? The question is why dead bodies will float in the water. Okay, how they will float, how they will fill their body in the with air. Okay, so everyone already told the answer, air, but from where they will get the air? That's the question. Okay. Why we float in the Dead Sea? Because Dead Sea have higher concentration, right? That's so that again go for the example like ice and water. So we will discuss later. Okay. So so next one, have 4 pairs of gills. Okay, 4 pairs of gills which is covered by the operculum. You guys can ask where is the gills. That's why I took a picture which actually colored the gills. Okay, exactly, Anuruddha. Okay. We will make which one swim bladder. I didn't understand which one you are referring. Okay. Right, it will have the gills. What happens, these gills will covered by a covering called operculum. We already discussed about the operculum will be something like this, right? So probably you seen this, right? So these are the different gills which is actually covered by the operculum. Operculum is just a covering. Okay, just a covering. When it will make use of that every time, air bladder is useful every time. Without the air bladder, it will be like sinking. It should swim every second or every minute of their life cycle. Okay, but when they have the air bladder, they can swirl, they can go up, go low, everything will become easy. Okay, because buoyantic force is there. Okay, so yeah, so they have 4 set of gills. Okay, so each side force will be there and it's covered by operculum. Operculum is just a covering, nothing else. Okay, all the gills will be present inside the body or behind the operculum. Okay, behind the covering. If you ever get a chance, and especially the people who eat the fishes, okay, just remove its operculum. Normally it will be removed, right? In the head portion it will be removed, separated, and make a sambar and everything, right? So you can find it there also. Okay, yeah. These don't get continuously. These won't swim continuously, Chetana. Only contract is okay. So next, so remember about this. Next is heart is 2-chambered. Chetana, you got it. Contract is only swim continuously, not bony fishes. Bony fishes will have the air bladder or the swim bladder. They don't need to swim continuously. Okay, their contractors will get the energy because of feeding high and doing some things. Okay, to store the energy, they have the more muscles and all the things. Okay, we discussed in the last class, right? Yeah, heart is 2-chambered. This is important. Okay, so there we discussed, right, 1-chambered, but here heart is actually 2-chambered. Okay, one auricle, you can simply think about it, and one ventricle. Okay, so what happens? Both sides together 4 pairs. I told you, right? Here one side 4, another side 4, total become 8. So 4 pair. Okay, don't think that 8. If it's 8, I will show you here only, right? It's one-sided picture, only 4. So heart will be have 2-chambered. So 2-chambered means having one auricle and one ventricle. Okay, this heart is also called as venous heart. No, I'm talking about below that. Okay, these are called as venous heart. Okay, yeah, context is also 2-chambered. Okay, context is also 2-chambered. Before to that, wherever we saw heart or anything, we discussed, right? Somewhere it's a heart and all the things. There it's actually single-chambered. Fishes, it may be context or it may be bony fishes, is 2-chambered only. There I forgot to tell you one thing. That thing is like these are called as venous heart. Okay, so what is the meaning of venous? Venous heart means the heart where actually only impure blood is fed. Okay, no, not because it's in the shape of the Venus. This Venus spelling is different. Look, Venous. It's not VNUS, right? Venus means what you can say, bad. Okay, bad. Okay, so what's the meaning of this here? Here it means that the heart is filled with the deoxygenated blood, not that deoxygenated blood. Okay, so the heart which is filled with deoxygenated blood is called as venous. Okay. Exactly. So from also you can say vein, venous. From where the vein come from? The word vein come from the capillaries or the vessels which actually transfer the bad blood. In olden times, they call deoxygenated blood as the bad blood. Okay, that's why they gave the name venous. Okay, so from there actually vein word also came from. So they have a venous heart, that means they have a deoxygenated blood. Remember, this question may be asked: which phylum have the venous heart, or which organism will have the venous heart? The correct answer is fishes. Okay, it may be any fish. The fishes will have the venous heart, that means the heart is filled with the deoxygenated blood only. Okay, no, not venomous. Venomous and venous are completely different. Don't these words are different, guys. I wrote them correctly. Okay. Yeah. No, I told the meaning. Venous heart means the heart is filled with the deoxygenated blood. Okay. So what happens? I will explain once again. Okay. So heart will be here. Think it's the heart. Okay. It will be filled with the deoxygenated blood. It will be transported to the lungs. Okay. I told you, right, Pritam? Any fish, it may be cartilage or it may be bony. Everything is venous heart only. I forgot to tell you there. That's why I'm mentioning it here. Okay. Here it will be lungs, and this will goes to the capillaries. Sorry, organs. Okay. From these organs, it will again go back to the heart. Okay. I'm writing it using the color now. I'm using the blue color as the deoxygenated. Okay, here it's going, deoxygenated blood is going to the lungs. Lungs will transfer this deoxygenated blood to the oxygenated blood, and it's transferring to the organs. Organs will utilize the oxygen in that, and it will give us the carbon dioxide. It will again coming back to the heart. So what is happening here? There is no separate two chambers. Okay, there's only one way. A single flow system is there. Okay, that's why the heart is always filled with deoxygenated blood only. That's why we call it as the venous heart. Venous heart found in the all kind of fishes, including cartilaginous fish also, bony fish also. Okay, and this kind of heart is a single circulation heart. Our heart is a double circulation heart. Okay, but this actually a single circulation heart. Okay, remember about the venous heart things. This is kind of important. Okay, any question about venous heart or heart related to that, guys? Any question related to this? Because once we move on, we can't come back to this again, right? That's why. So yeah, okay then we can move on. So they do have the kidneys, and they are ammoniotelic. Okay, the separate names are will be there. Okay, but remember about this, others are not so important. Okay, so they do have the kidneys, and they are ammoniotelic. Okay, what about cartilaginous fishes? Cartilaginous fishes, anyone remembered? Did we mention anything, or anyone remembered what kind of excretion will be there in them, in the cartilaginous fishes? Exactly. I got only one answer. Any some more answers from anyone? No. No. Which kind of excretion? What excretion will be there in cartilaginous fish? Exactly. Only. Did we mention or not? I'm getting the question. Okay. So we will see somewhere there only we are discussing about this, right? Probably not mentioned, right? Yeah, not mentioned. They are not mentioned that one. I'll just mention it here somewhere. Okay. So chondrichthyes have the urea as the extra urea, and they also have the urea as waste, nitrogenous waste. Okay, urea as the nitrogenous waste in there. Okay, so try to remember that also. Probably I forgot to mention in there. Sorry for that. Okay, so we will come back to here. but these things are ammoniotic. Okay, bony fishes are ammoniotic. That means they will excrete the ammonia in the form of nitrogenous waste. Sorry, nitrogenous waste in the form of the ammonia. That's important. Okay, so there it's same. Okay, but not here. Ammoniotic bony fishes is similar to that of the tadpoles. Okay, they will excrete the ammonia. That's why the kind of foul smell what you observe in the fish tanks, because of the ammonia which is excreted from its body. Okay, as excretion. Okay, that's the reason for that smell. Even in the labs also, probably you already smelled ammonia, right? So you know the smell of that, right? So because of that, exactly. We will move on then. Next, some of the character. They have well-developed lateral lines. Lateral lines, you know the meaning. Okay, same as why they choose to secrete urea. Don't know. We are not sure why they choose to do that. We are not sure about that. Probably their development or the kind of kidneys they have. Probably those may be the reason. Okay, but we are not sure. Yes. They have the well-developed lateral lines as a sensory systems along with their eyes and all the things. Okay. No. These are not organs. Okay. These are a group of cells only. Okay. So if it's a fish, lateral line is normally, we compare it as a single thing, but this line contains thousands of or 10,000s of these cells. Every cell acts as the sensory unit. Okay. So that's what happening here. And so lateral lines are well developed, and they do have the internal ear and nictitating membrane. Okay, nictitating membrane also you can present in here, and the fertilization is external and mostly voivorous. What you can see here, a cloud-like thing, right? This is actually the sperm and egg. Okay, sperm and egg. Normally what happens in some of these fishes will mate in groups. Okay, why why will they do that? Okay, the main reason is when they do it in a groups, then there will be a high chance of crossings. Okay, high chance of crossing between different kinds of the things. So they will do the mass copulation behavior. So they will release the eggs and they will release the sperms. Okay, hundreds of fishes will do at the same time. It will create a cloud-like thing in the water. Okay, yes, exactly. Okay, yeah, in there it was internal, but it's here it's external. Okay, so and mostly voivorous, they were egg laying. Okay, and development is direct. There is no any larva or any other stages is there. Okay, that's important. So this much only relating to the bony fish. Do you guys have any questions relating to bony fish? I thought of mentioning one more thing. Okay, there are some bony fishes are there called as the lung fissures. Okay, those lung fishes will have a breathing kind of a chamber inside them. Okay, how it will be helpful then? The lung fishes can survive outside of the water also. Okay, don't think that they can walk on the land wherever they want. That thing doesn't happen, because still they can breathe the air. Okay, the only one thing that's actually make problematic is desiccation of the skin or drying of the skin. Okay, they won't die because they can't breathe, but they will die because of the sunlight. Okay, sunlight or the drying of the skin. So those are called lung fishes. We will speculate that probably those kind of fishes will give rise to the amphibians. Okay, probably. Okay, what's the second point? Have internal ears. Like ourselves only, they have the internal ear. Okay, some fishes can fly. Yes, exactly. Some fishes can fly also, because photo is there. Okay, I'll show you. They are monoecious or dioecious. The sexes are separate. Okay. Sexes are separate. No, Jivan. Okay, those lungfishes only utilize that ability to transfer from one pond to the another pond in the dry season. Okay, that's how they will use it. Okay. No. Not most of the fishes. Okay, we told you, right? Gills. Only few species are the lungfishes. Okay, or most of all fishes are the gilled fishes. Okay. No, not all of them, Tejas. Okay, a few of them will have a kind of snake-like body to move on the land. Okay, so someone is asking about discussing about internal ear and extricating membrane. They have the internal ear like us only. We already discussed about the usage of the statocyst, right? Statocyst help in the this one in the aquatic forms in balancing, but in ourselves, what happens? We have the internal ear, it's filled with a fluid, which actually helping in the balancing, right? Same thing happens here. Bony fishes will have the internal ear and they will help in the balancing of their body. Okay, they don't have the statocyst. And the second thing is an excitating membrane. The excitating membrane is an extra folding or third eyelid, which actually helping covering the eyes from any mechanical or any damage or chemical damage. Okay, we don't have the excitating membrane, but we still have the remaining of or remnant of the excitating membrane as a small fold in our eyes. Okay, we discussed all these things in the last class, right? So lungfishes die when they come out of the water due to the sunlight. No, they won't die suddenly. That's why they will choose the time and all the things. But you kept them out of the water for prolonged time in the sunlight, they do die. Okay, but they will utilize their ability from transferring from one place to the another place. So and they will keep on moistening their body also. But these are the like ancestor to amphibians. Okay, as you can see the amphibians in there and you can see the fishes in there, in between something will be there, like those are like lung fishes. Okay, so yeah, we will go for some of the questions. The first question is some of the examples, sorry, not questions, some of the examples. Salmon, okay, as you can see here, these also show a migration from the ocean into the river bodies. Okay, is mating is necessary in any animals for releasing sperm and egg? Mostly mating behavior, the things will be different. How can you put this? Okay, the major thing for releasing of the sperm and egg is to produce the progeny. Okay, so what happens? So whatever the organism you take, what is its motto? The motto of the organism to reproduce or to produce a progeny and to send out its genetic information to the next generation. Okay, so that's why the organisms only release the sperm and egg whenever a mate is there or whenever the particular material is there. Either a sperm is sorry, probably there will be a egg is there, that then only the male organism will produce the or release the sperm. Okay, it's a regular behavior in all the other organisms excepting the higher animals. Okay, when you compare to the mammals, in some of the mammals also show the ability of releasing the sperm or the egg, not egg actually, majorly of the sperm, because egg never care for anything, it will be stayed there only, it's happening in its own natural cycle. Okay, normally in these sperms they can release without the presence of the mates also. Okay, yeah. So how do they know that they are moving to river? Basuraj, these are not like one or two fishes. Okay, thousands of lakhs of fishes will travel from ocean to the river. You just watch or type salmon migration. Okay, you will see how much fishes will be traveling. Okay, during this traveling period, color of this salmon will turn a little bit of red. Okay, maroon red. So the river will looks like reddish in color. Okay, that much of fishes will be traveling. That's actually a feast timing for the bear and all the other carnivorous animals. They will simply catch the fish because that much of fishes will be there, and they will jump in the streams and everything. Just watch a video or pictures, guys. Okay, everyone. So you will get to know the migration of salmon, how it will be. Okay, grizzly bears. Yeah, just give some Catarrhas looking like no. These are not. No. These are actually. This one is what we call cycloid scales. Okay. So we have to remove that. Then only we can differentiate between cycloid and phenoid. So that's what. So this is the catla. This is the freshwater. Okay. This is the freshwater fish and edible. Salmon. It's actually migratory fish. From where to where they will migrate. They will migrate again started. 1 second, guys. Okay. Yes, they will migrate from ocean to the river. Okay, these are also edible. You can eat this one. Okay, ocean, the freshwater. Yeah. So there are some other examples also. All these examples are given in textbook only. So don't forget it. First one is exocetus, that means flying fish. They have their fins, pectoral fins in a broad way. So when they are, so they can launch their, so they can fly for some distances using the velocity of the air. Okay, so they normally present in the ocean. And the second one is the hippocampus or seahorse. So these are also present in the ocean. And another important thing about hippocampus is the males will give birth to the young ones, not females. How it will happen then? In all the other organisms, the males will transfer the sperm to the female, right? But in this organism, the female will transfer the egg to the male. Okay, so these things, those new forms will be happens within the a pouch which is present in the hippocampus or seahorse. So that's a ulta thing. Okay, so you can remember about that. These are also present in the ocean only. Yeah, it will carry it in pouch. And next one is a labio. So call it as rohu, or scientific name is labio rohita. Okay, this is also a freshwater fish, and this is also edible. Okay, and next one is the clarias or magur. These are called as catfish. Okay, as you can see, why it's called catfish, because this will have all these things. Okay, and as you can see here, these do not have any scales. You can simply look in here, right? And these are also edible. Okay, and there are some economically important fishes are there, like for the aquarium and all the things. First one will be betta. Okay, we normally call it as a fighting fish, because whatever the fish you normally keep within that aquarium, they will normally go and try to attack that. Okay, not all the fish. There are some fishes that's there, betta won't attack. Okay, normally they will combine with those fishes only. But these are one of the most gorgeous and wonderful fishes to keep it in the aquarium. Okay, and they're strong compared to the golden fish. Okay, golden fish is like a cliche. Everyone like golden fish, that pot and like bowl and everything. Okay, it's a cliche. But betta is really great. Okay, it looks wonderful in the aquarium, even in the bowl also. Okay, and it's one of the wonderful fish. And second is the pterophyllum or angelfish. This is not the fish which you will eat. Okay, and that's angelfish. Probably Udupi and Mangalore guys know, right? That angelfish is different. That fish will be larger in structure. Okay, so that's completely different. This is angelfish, which you can keep it in the aquarium, but this angelfish need a lot of room. You can't keep it in a bowl. Okay, it need a lot of room or spacious arrangement in the aquarium. Okay. So these are some of the examples which is given in the textbook. Okay, so just go through them. You can go through some of the other examples also. Okay, so these regarding to the fishes, especially osteophytes or bony fishes. Okay, so yeah, we will move on to the question. Question is simple, I think. Okay, the pectoral fins in fish is similar to mammals. Okay, they are asking, pectoral fins of the fish is similar to what limb or which organ of the mammal? Okay, forelegs, hind legs, tail, or head. Okay, you can choose the answer. I'm launching the poll in 3 seconds. Yes. Seahorse belongs to the fishes. Yes, exactly. Look, the name is seahorse, but it belongs to the fishes, right? Actual horse belongs to the mammals. So much confusing it is. Guys, just think about it one more time. That is stonefish a stonefish or not? Stonefish is a true fish only. Yes, stonefish is a true fish. There are some fishes are there. Those are this body is not streamlined. Okay, so you can take the best example like this. I told you, right? These are general characters. General characters does not comprise all the things. It's exactly like a opinion. You will like 400, 500 people will be there, and by collecting all the information, some of your leader will tell you something to your principal, right? A collective opinion, he will say. But probably that may be completely different from your opinion, right? There are like still in 400, 500 students, 10, 20 students are there. They'll be having completely different or opposite kind of the opinion. but we will ignore that because most of the things will be like that, right? Those are exceptions. Exactly same thing happens. These general characters are general in nature. Okay, it will not apply to all the organisms in species. Okay, why dolphins take breath by jumping up? Why? Because dolphin belongs to the which class? First question. Dolphin belongs to which class? Sir, but we don't have the tail. You do have. You do had the tail. You do had the tail when you are developing. Okay. Yeah, poll time is exceeded. Still, it's not at all going above 63%. What I have to do? Yeah, so many people answered in the YouTube also. I'm ending the poll here is also. Okay. Yeah, dolphin belongs to mammal. We will discuss that in mammal. Okay. That's why it will go and take air from the surrounding, sorry, from the atmosphere. Okay. 64% chosen option A, 21% C, B, 14% C, and 5% D. I don't know who is that 3% people. Okay, guys, where are you? What are you guys thinking? Okay. Exactly. Okay. So the correct answer is direct. As I told you, upper portion of our body is called pectoral girdle. Probably you guys already learned in high school. I'm not sure like how much you learned in there. Okay. And the lower portion or where your legs are joined, that's called pelvic girdle or pelvic bones, right? Don't forget that. Above is pectoral, below is pelvic. Okay. Think something like pectoral, a larger word will to your like hands, okay, and smaller pelvic for the your legs. Okay, think something like that. But remember, the correct answer is four legs. Okay, pectorals in sorry, you asked about tail, right? I'm talking about mammals, not about us. So probably, but tail is not belongs to that. So not a hind leg, not a head. Head is like how pectoral, since I'm talking, right? How it will become head, right? Tail is a caudal pin, and head is head only. There is nothing else. Head is head only, right? So there is no difference. Okay, guys. Second question came. Which fish is viviparous? Okay, which fish is viviparous? Okay, hind is pelvic. Dogfish, Clarias, Catla, Pterophylla. Okay, just think about it. Which fish is viviparous? I'm not explaining what's the meaning of viviparous. I'm just asking the question. Okay, just think about every option, then only answer. Okay, don't choose it randomly, guys. Okay, first think about the fish example, then think about where it belongs to, then choose the answer. Okay, you guys are giving answer without not at all thinking, and all the options I got it in the chat box. All of them are wrong. All the answer in the chat box is wrong. Now I'm getting one or two correct answers. YouTube, I'm just waiting. Okay, at least in YouTube, I think that I will get a correct answers. All correct answers, I think. Yes, I'm waiting. You guys have only 30 minutes to go. I don't know, Chandana. You have to answer. Really, Mohan. You guys are not at all thinking or what? How did you guys choose? That is the correct answer. Okay, there should be some base, right? There should be some base. It's one of the easiest question if you think properly. Okay. Last 5 seconds. I will extend to last 10 seconds. Maybe you guys can have another 5 seconds. So I will see. Exactly. Now, we'll see. Okay, I'm ending the poll now, guys. Okay, finally, I'm getting a good votings for this one. I will wait for some time. Okay, at least after a long time in the history of your class, from like 1 month, I got above 70% voting. Okay. Yes, I'm ending the poll then. I'm sharing the result. 43% chosen option A, 19% B, 23% C, and 16% D. Okay. So in YouTube, I got like 2C and 1. Okay. Yep. So we'll discuss about this. So I will ask a simple question. Okay. What is the common name of the pterophyllum? Common name of the pterophyllum. Yes. Common name of S. Angelfish. Correct. And which class it will belongs to? Which class it will belongs to? Osteothecs. You know that. Osteothecs. Yeah, exactly. Bony fish. What is the common name of the Catla? Catla. Common name. Catla only. Right. Catla only. Where it will belongs to? Which class it will belongs to? Bony fish. Okay. So what is the name of the Clarius? Common name of the Clarius? Catfish. Exactly. Magur. You can say both of them. Where it will belongs to? Which class it belongs to? Bony fish. Okay. What is the scientific name of the dogfish? Scientific name of the dogfish. Anybody can answer? Exactly. Scoliodon. Not octopus. That is devilfish. Octopus is devilfish. Dogfish is Scoliodon. Okay, don't forget. So where it will belong to? Which class this will belongs to? Cartilaginous fish. Do you got the answer, or I have to tell? Still, how many of you don't get the answer? Still, how many of you don't get the answer? So you can answer it now, right? It's a very easy now. What kind of egg-laying Osteothecs will show? Is it show oviparous nature or viviparous nature? Osteothecs. Osteothecs. Oviparous or viviparous? Exactly. Oviparous. What cartilaginous fish will do? Either it will show viviparous or ovoviviparous. Now you guys got it right. So simple, right? Really? 1 second. 1 second. There is one doubt is there. I'm going back to the cartilaginous fish one more time. Okay. Look. So in cartilaginous fish, I mentioned it may be viviparous or ovoviviparous, not oviparous. Chirant, correct in your notes, bro. Okay. So you made a mistake in there while writing, I think. Okay. So we'll come back to here. Not here. In here. The correct answer is Scoliodon, dogfish. Think like this, right? So the question is easy. The options are easy. The only thing is you didn't thought about their class or anything. You thought about their pictures. Everything came. You thought like, you think like, which structure is like this? Probably this one may be a viviparous, or this one may be a oviparous. Don't answer like that. There should be a logical reasoning why you are answering a question, right? So, they do develop in a pouch. Okay, they do develop in a pouch. There are like exceptions will be there. Okay, but in these 4 options, we never mentioned that one, right? They are developing in a pouch only. That's not wrong. But how it will develop? They will develop in a this only. What is that called? Egg only. Okay, they will develop in a egg only. Okay, so or kind of structures only. Okay, so leave all those things in this 4 options. Like it's super easy, right? Yeah. So don't forget about the answers or classes. Okay, the classes and general characters sometimes become very important. So we still have some time. We'll go back to the we will go to the amphibious. Okay. So what are amphibious then? What are amphibious? Amphibious are actually, why it's called amphibious? Amphibious are called amphibious because they have the dual life, right? They have the dual life. Amphi means both, right? Bia means present, right? That happens, Jivan. The examples will confuse a lot. I know that. Okay, that's why I told you, right? The scientific names and the common names, you have to go through it again and again. You have to remember it until the end of the 12th. Okay, exactly. Not only now. Yes, they live in both land, also in the water. Okay, so that's what made them amphibious or dual life survivors. Okay, as you can see here, this best, like frogs are the best example or the most widely present being of this species of the amphibians. And this is actually blue dart, this one, poison frog. Okay, yeah, exactly, poison dart frog or blue dart frog. Okay, there are different colors also there. Okay, this will secrete the poisons, and it's actually used by the this one, tribal communities to kill animals. Okay, yes, there are like different frogs are there. It's like one of the most poisonous things in the world. Okay, so this can be related to the venomous snakes. It will be in that level only. Okay, that much poison it is. So I just want to put this image. So to discuss about these things. Okay, so it's not present in our area, so don't take tension. Okay, so it's normally present in the forest of Amazon and in some other ranges also, Malayan ranges also, but not in our area. So don't take tension. Okay, we'll go for the some of the this one general characters. The first is they have amphibious in nature. That means they can live in land and also in the water. I'm not sure about the scientific name, Lipika. I just have to search. I'm not sure about the scientific name. Okay, so they can be present in land and also in the water. The scientific name problem is like how much you will remember, right? So many species are there. So like I remember up to the things how much I can. Like in plant, I remembered about like more than 500 things. Okay, but in animals, I only remember like in the genus level only. In species, in plant, in species, because I did measure in that one. But in animals, I know only about 50 something. That's also genus level, not more than that. Because in most of the things, in animals, we never use the scientific name as in the plants, because in animals, the general names only enough to distinguish the organisms. But if you go for the plants, it's become highly difficult to distinguish the plants using the vernacular names. That's why we'll more dependent upon the scientific names. So that's why in animals, I will normally use the common names only. Okay, in plants, we will normally use the scientific names. That's how it happens. Yeah. Yeah. So amphibious in nature, that means present in land and water, and they will normally prefer the freshwater system. Okay, and normally won't present in the ocean. Okay, normally don't present in the ocean. Okay, so sometimes you can find some extra species which can be present in the seashores. So those are called very few of them. That's why we left it. But they will choose the freshwater system because they can regulate their osmotic concentration and everything very easily in here. Okay, and the next one, turtles not amphibians. So turtles belongs to reptilia. Okay, turtles are not amphibia, not belongs to amphibia. Okay, and yeah, that's the reason. Okay, and ectothermic. They are also ectothermic. Means what? They are also dependent on environment only, or you can simply you can say cold-blooded, right? Cold-blooded. Not the same meaning as we use in humans, right? In humans we use the word cold-blooded to the people who never have any feelings to do anything, right? For those we call it as a cold-blooded, not that cold-blooded. Okay, remember. And body is divided into head and trunk, and tail only in some forms. Okay, if I give you the example of the frog, you can only differentiate like head and the trunk. You can't differentiate neck, thorax, anything like that. Okay, but some forms, if you take an example of the salamander or ichthyophis, or in those kind of forms, you can also find the tail. Okay, so you can differentiate amphibia into tailed forms and tailless forms. Okay, tailed forms means which have the tail, tailless forms means which do not have the tail. What is the important thing is major tailed forms normally present more in the water. Okay, tailless form will normally present more towards the land. That's also there. Okay, next here is the example. Okay, so this one is the example of the salamander. As you can see the this one also, tail also. Okay, next one, skin is smooth or rough with glands to moist. The majorly the skin will be smooth only. In some of them, skin is rough. I can take an example of toad. Okay, toad, frog like only, but it will be larger, right? That one, and they will have the glands to moisten the skin. Okay, so that's very important. That's why if you give extensive heat, they will die because the glands will run out of the juice. Then the skin will start to get like dried. Okay, then they will die. Okay, ha, jikappana. Yeah, you can say that. There are like a lot of words are there in Kannada also. Okay. Then any other character, they usually do not have any, sorry, they don't have any skills. Okay. They don't have any skills. That's also one of the important things. They do have the appendages. They normally have two pairs of appendages. As you can see, one will be the foreleg and another one will be the hind leg. The foreleg will be the comparatively smaller than the hind leg. Okay. And hind leg is more having more muscular than the this one foreleg, and foreleg normally have 3 digits and hind leg will have the 4 digits. Digit means this one, you know that, right? Beredu. Okay, digits mean that one. Okay, so how the respiration happens? Respiration happens through the gills in the larval stage. If you can take an example of tadpole. Okay, there are like some other examples also there. So happens through the gills. Okay, but when you go for the adult forms, they have a different kinds of respiration. Yeah, I will mention that. Okay, so how it will do? Adult forms have the lungs. They also have buccalo-pharyngeal cavity, and they also have the skin, and some of them also have the gills. Okay, then what are these things? First one, lungs. You know the meaning of the lungs. The frog will have that. Okay, they will respire through that also. Then what is buccalo-pharyngeal cavity? Okay, buccalo means mouth cavity. Okay, buccal cavity we normally say, right? That means mouth. And pharyngia means pharynx. Okay, cavity means space. Okay, what happens? These frogs also have a cavity in here. Okay, before the mouth, where actually mouth and pharynx is situated. Okay, they also have the ability to exchange the gas through this also, the layers of the buccalo-pharyngeal cavity also. Okay, and they also do the exchange of gases through the skin. Okay, moist skin. And not frog, some of the other forms like Ichthyophis or salamander, they also, some of them also have the gills. Okay, so multiple types will be there. They have all the good things from the both of the worlds. Okay, from the freshwater system, sorry, water system, they have the gills and they have the skin. Okay, from the upper portion like terrestrial forms, they have the lungs and the buccalo-pharyngeal cavity. Okay, Buccalo. Oh, I didn't understand. Don't understand what you spelling. I will check with the spelling. Okay, I will check with the spelling once. Buccalo-pharyngeal cavity. So I will check with once. Okay. Then we will discuss about. Check with the buccalo-pharyngeal cavity, guys. Okay, but the meanings are same. Okay, check with that later after when you are writing the notes. Okay, so these are the things they use with the different terms. Okay, the respiration through the buccalo-pharyngeal, sorry, lungs is very high. Buccalo-pharyngeal cavity is low. Okay, but the respiration through the this one skin is very less. Okay, the respiration of skin also called as cutaneous respiration. Okay, cutaneous respiration. Where this word came from? The upper portion of the body, we normally call it as like having a cuticle, right? Non-cellular layers. From where actually this respiration is happening, right? That's why word came from cutaneous respiration. We use the same term in plants also, same term in animals also, like in mammals also, and in the other terms also. Okay, cutaneous respiration. Okay, next one is the circulation, and before that I will mention the eyes also. Yes, exactly, they have a well-developed eyes. Okay, they have the well-developed eyes with the, probably I mentioned the eyes in next slide. I will see. I mentioned the eyes in the next slide. I will explain there only. They do have the heart, and it's actually 3-chambered. Okay, the heart is like 2 auricle with a 1 ventricle. Okay, I will write this cutaneous in above portion. Skin, cutaneous respiration. So as you can observe here, and how it will be connected also. Okay, so the one auricle will comes from the body. Okay, from there the blood will transfer to the ventricle. Okay, from ventricle it will be transferred to the lungs. Okay, when lungs will, don't think that one lungs will have deoxygenated, one lungs is oxygen, nothing like that. They are mentioning like it will transfer to the lungs. From lungs the oxygenated blood will transfer to the another one auricle, then it will be turned to the ventricle, and again it will goes to the body. So one time the ventricle is filled with deoxygenated blood. Once deoxygenated blood is pumped out, the oxygenated blood will fills in. Okay, then that oxygenated blood will pumps out, then again deoxygenated blood will pumps in. Okay, so it's like arranging one after one another. Okay, so one time this one time that one. So that's why you can't call this heart as a this venous heart, because both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood will be there, right? That's the reason. No. Capillaries will be there only. If capillaries are not there, it will not become a closed system, right? We told you it's a closed circulatory system, all the vertebrates. So closed means only capillaries will be present. Okay. The mixing will be there. Mixing will happen not in a major way. Okay. The mixing will happen not in a major way. Even though deoxygenated blood sends out, something will remain, a few will remain. That won't become a matter. Do you guys really think in our blood will come near to the lungs, right? Do you guys really think 100% of the RBC will remove all the carbon dioxide and receive the oxygen? Nothing will happen like that. Okay, it will only happen in some percentages. Okay, but oxygenated blood percentage will be more than the deoxygenated. In ulta also, deoxygenated will similar. The portions will be there. It will never achieve the 100%. Okay, if it is achieve the 100%, it's like a miracle. Okay, because it's a continuous process. That means speed process. Forgetting it will. How can I say? Again, we have to go for the thermodynamics for that again. Okay, you know the lines and everything. It's a gradually increase and it will become flat, right? Like that. Okay. Fish have two chambers. Fish have the two chambers only. In ventricle, oxygenated and deoxygenated. No, not mixing, guys. Listen carefully what I'm telling you. Okay. Once the deoxygenated blood will comes here, then ventricle will pump out the deoxygenated blood to here. Okay. When deoxygenated blood reach here, then this vessel will become empty, right? Then oxygenated blood will come here and from this portion, and this oxygenated blood will transfer to the organ. Once it will oxygenated blood transfer to here, then it will become empty, right? Again ventricle. Then this deoxygenated blood will come here. Okay. I told you, right? Rhythmic action. Once deoxygenated, one oxygenated. Once deoxygenated, once oxygenated. Like that. It's not like pouring both of the things away. Not like that. Okay. Remember that. Okay. Yeah. So don't confuse in that. Heart is three-chambered with the two auricle with one ventricle, and they do have the RBC. Okay. Red blood cell. That means they do have the hemoglobin, and their blood is the red only in color. Okay. Next one. What's the time? 6:18. It's the time. Okay. So I think we better close the class here only. I will explain about these things in the next class. I launched the NPS. You can answer the NPS. If you have any doubt, you can answer. Okay. I will discuss about this thing in next class. Okay. So this is actually called as dancing frog of the Western Ghats. So they do dancing for mating. Okay. So that's why it's called as dancing frog. It's its own dancing. Okay. Don't criticize it. So it is doing its own dancing. So you can give it a name, frog dance. You can do like that only, like that also. So we'll discuss about some other things, excretion, digestion, sensory things, all the things. I don't know, Sachin. I will eat whatever I get. I will check with that, Monisha. Okay. What is that balloon? It's not actually balloon. It's actually part of their below portion that's actually bulged down to make sound and to attract. Okay, we will see that in the next slides. By female animals Comparatively bigger than male one. Majorly because they need, why female animals normally bigger than the male ones? Because females normally have more responsibility of holding the child. Okay, that's the major reason. That's the one thing. And or giving birth to the, giving more egg cells, all those things will be there, right? Because sperms are very small, they have very less cytoplasm, but eggs are comparatively large. It needs a lot of energy. That's a major thing we will say in the starting phases. But later it changed. What if we take a needle and pinch that? It will pop. Okay, it will pop. Nothing else will happen. To whom it is kicking, sir? Probably you only. I'm not sure. Thank you. Bye bye. Some people say that when from is down, it would rain that day. No, no, no. Like how it happens, like when frog will feel a thunder air, okay, or the air which is moistened, okay, then it will start to sink. It's not ulta. When frogs sing, the rain won't come. When raining is there, somewhere raining is there, the breeze will come, right, along with the smell and with the moist air. While checking that, the frogs will start to sink. Okay, it's a ulta. As the shape of the is called streamlined. What's the shape of the human body? Not streamlined. Those we can't say something like, right. Streamlined only we call it as, because it's in a streamlined. I'm not sure about what shape you call it for the other animals. I'm not sure. Okay, I have to check that. Thank you. Bye bye. Toads, difference between toads and frogs. I will tell you, bro, Ashwin. So in the next, sorry, next to next slide, it's there. The picture of the toad and the frog. You can majorly differentiate based on their a kind of gland, a kind of poisonous glands will be there based on that, and also based on the size of the tympanum and the skin roughness and the structures on the skin. There several characters are there. I will tell you. Okay, in the next class. Anything? Okay, once again. Yeah. So the thing is, yeah, there are several poison is there used by the tribal peoples to kill the animals. Okay, but those kind of this one, they already did the experiments and they are using, right. Sometimes what happens, what poison they are using, they will either protein kind of the poisons also there. Okay, what happens when you cook the food, it will not work. Or there are some poison are there, they are only poisonous to certain small animals, not for the higher. If you consider of the fishing, okay, they normally use a kind of fruit in our areas. They will actually mix that in the river. Okay, then all the fishes which is present in that nearby area, all the fishes will die. Okay, the people will eat the fish, because these people won't die because of that poison, because already the poison will be reduced in a very tiny bit and it won't affect our kind of big body. Okay, that's also there. There are several things are there. So claspers in bony fishes, no, there is no claspers in bony fishes. There is no actually male appendages is there, because it's external fertilization, right? So they don't need any structures like claspers or penis. They don't need it. Why snakes are not kept in amphibia, though some snakes can live both in land and water? There are like a lot of reasons are there. Amphibia, we gave the name because they prepare both of that. Okay, but if you take snakes, snakes are majorly present in the terrestrial ecosystem, and they developed in the terrestrial ecosystem. After that, some of them moved to the this one, water. Okay, it's exactly like mammals. Why mammals, this one, whale or dolphins are not kept in the amphibians? Because those are mammals are originated in the land. Later, some of them are transferred to the water kind of the ecosystem. Okay, that's why. But amphibians originated like that only, by living on both and keeping, and they are like that only in this much whole period also. What is raw drug is used to unconscious elephant? I don't know actually. The name of the drug, I'm not at all sure. Okay, which drug they will use. How to check, bro? I don't know the name of the drug. I never encountered with that. Probably you normally say that we'll use the tranquilizers. Okay, we call it as a tranquilizer. So we normally use the term tranquilizer only whenever we are using, but we never use the term. We never use the scientific word for that one. So I don't know that. How Mumba poison cab enters through Kappa. Mohan, I didn't understand. Mumba snake you are talking. Mumba snake you are talking, right? Or you are talking about a frog? Mamba snake, right? Snake, Mamba snake is a venomous snake, right? Venomous means it should sting you, right? What are the advantages of warm-blooded animals over the cold-blooded animals? Warm-blooded animals' advantages, they can survive in a whole new compared region. That means they don't need to do all the tricks and do the things to go out, comes in all the things. But the disadvantage is also there. Disadvantage of being warm-blooded is like you need a lot more energy than the cold-blooded animals. Black mamba. Black mamba is venomous, right? It will bite. So that's how, like, it's a poisonous snake. Its body is not poisonous. It do have this one only. It will bite. Black mamba. Being a warm-blooded is actually, I told you, right, having a AC, kind of getting a AC. You will get all the amenity, but you have to pay a lot more, this one, current bill. How some people will have the poison. That's a good question. What happens, like, when something you get it in a very tiny manner to the very prolonged period, then what happens? Our body will get the resistance, or will develop antibodies which can destroy those protein molecules. It only happens with the venoms, which actually made up of a proteinaceous venoms. Okay. So our body will develop a system which can detect that protein, a venomous protein, and dissolve it. Okay, it's a prolonged process. That's how it will become like that. Some person will get resistance to that. Okay. What's scientific term used for whole teeth or snake teeth? Fang. You are asking about fangs or what? I think you are asking about fangs. What is the meaning of streamline? Streamline means, I'll show you. Streamlined means with a less resistance. Okay, 1 second. Yes, something, anything like this. That means having a less resistance, or in this kind of shape, a tapering end of the shape. Okay, so where you will get the less resistance. So that's called streamlined structure, or you can say a line kind of the structure. Yeah, correct. So that's what we call it as a fangs, right? These are not actually, how can you, these are connected to the poison glands in the below, like it will be somewhat like this, and the poison glands will be connected to the below to that. So poison glands will be somewhere present, somewhere behind like this. Okay. So it will be connected somewhere like this. How anaconda will digest food by roddling to a tree. So why it is after anaconda, after eating any big prey, why it is like going and surrounding to some trees or doing like that? Because it can destroy the endoskeleton, or our skeleton, or the bones. Okay, by it have a lot of energy, or you can say a lot of strength. Muscles have a lot of strength. Okay, anaconda, those kind of snakes. When it surrounds like that, then all the bones will break in that body of that particular prey what it's eaten. Okay, then it can eat it. Then the digestion will be more proper, and then it will get more nutrition. That's why it's doing like that. So that's the major reason why it is like swirling it before it's eating, because by how it can stop respiration of that particular animal, and to stop running away from itself, right? That's also another reason. Sir, venom of snake is pure protein, so we can take it through our digestive tract to build body. Yes, exactly. So, no. Two things are there. Okay, I will tell you. Not all proteins are helping you building the body. Okay, whatever the protein you take, our body will digest it and it will convert into amino acids and it will make in uses of the body. Okay, so there are like a lot of other things are there which can give you more energy with a less price, with a less difficulty. Okay, you can eat a soybean or you can go eat chlorella. Okay, these have more protein. Yes, venoms are proteinaceous. That's why when you drank it, okay, if you don't have any what you can say, don't have any marks or anything within the mouth, if you drink the venom, nothing will happen to you. Okay, but never try it, it's dangerous still. Okay, but this may cause some kind of what I can say, affect like other drugs also. That's why in other countries, like in Thailand and some other countries, they will use the snake poison or snake venom as a drug. Okay, as a drug also some of them will use. But if a person drinks a venom, he won't die because those proteins will be digested in the stomach. Digested in the body. Okay. Isn't bony endoskeleton always will not have notochord in adult? Yeah, endoskeleton, if it have the bony endoskeleton, then notochord will be replaced by that only. Okay, in some fishes, some in between stages is there, left out that portion. If you take anything from the above to that, okay, like amphibia, mammals, everywhere you take the bony endoskeleton present, right? That means a notochord is replaced only. Do you know about Naja, Tripodians? I don't know about Tripodians. I know about Naja. Naja means cobra. Naja is the scientific name. Okay, guys.